they cheat on Miss.
Bang, 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 boy, shit break. On a hard thing, out of Alabama, you can add next say.
Hello everyone, it's the Black Barbie representing the Hit Squad all the way from Ohio. So please like, share, and subscribe.
Yo. I done met a lot of niggas in my lifetime. You can't keep it real with everybody, my nigga. Everybody ain't solid, everybody ain't 100. For real. Stick to your motherfucking self. These niggas ain't what they say they is. Know that? Look. I do this shit for my brothers and everybody that done died for us. Niggas say they gon' ride, when the time came, they ain't ride for us. Hitting licks on some hot shit with the same click, you a 5 us. Niggas switched up like a bitch, say they'll die for you, but they lied to us. Make room for the real, all that other shit ain't got time for it. Mama still paying bills, till I get a meal, I'ma grind for it. Record labels all fake and gay, I won't sell my soul, I won't sign for it. Really cut from a different cloth, and new niggas only piss me off. Come around like they really down, but they only rhyme if they mooching off you. Niggas pussy beat the coochie off them. Listen up when the truth is talking. Real niggas got morals, and the lame niggas don't hate. Rob who take what? Bitch, I'm riding around with that cake. Riding around with that long K. Fuck a Draco, yeah, it's wartime. We ain't doing no drive-bys. If you try mine, we knocking doors down. I ain't saying I'm the biggest nothing, but if we got a problem, I'ma handle that. Loud talk gon' get crunny smacked. Turn this fat ass to a punching bag. Niggas saying it's on go when they see a nigga. Well, bitch, I'm a lunching pad. Hot shit for you fuck niggas. All love for the real niggas. Even if a nigga went blind and got paralyzed, I wouldn't feel niggas. See the pain in my city eyes that they traumatized and they still getting it. Forever smoke on Mac bands, long live smoking bean. But most of all, the one that hurt the most, goddamn nigga took the king. Wake me up, I know it's all a dream, but this real life and I'm stating facts. If I said it, nigga, then I meant it, nigga. If it's out my mouth, I won't take it back. Rap niggas know what's going on. I'm the hottest shit since Tupac. I'm in Tupac and I'm too hot. Nigga, you not, I'm a fuse box. Yeah, nigga, I control shit. Y'all ain't better than my old shit. Tell them folks on no shit, on oh shit, this bullshit. I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live, well I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they say the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. Your closest homie can be your biggest hater and they ain't trusting shit, not at all. They laugh at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down, but them niggas sour cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss. I'm only here to get it real. If I ain't done it, I ain't speaking on it. Wake 'em up, cause it's real. You can't learn shit cause you sleeping on me. Own homie tried to steal from me. The same one that said he killed for me. I never trust another soul going down that road, I be done killed something. Taking food out my kids' mouth will be the quickest way I catch a bid for something. Understand you gotta live for something, or you gon' die trying to live for nothing. Every dollar ain't meant to be chased, my nigga. Be patient, it's really coming. You don't work, you don't eat. I'm grinding hard, losing sleep. I'm taking joy to take the pain away, but somehow this shit getting weak. And the fact that niggas so quick to try you in these streets and thinking shit sweet. Niggas fast, they gon' fleet. In the meantime, I found my own grind, I got my own shine, and I spend my money on my own time. Bitch! I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live, well I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they say the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. Your closest homie can be your biggest hater, they ain't trusting shit, not at all. They laugh at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down, but them niggas sour cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss.
What's up with the gang? What we doing, man? Salute to everybody in the building. This your boy Alabama Hitter, and you are not tuned in to Hit Squad TV. Yeah, man. Salute to Positive Vibes. We got Blackout in the building. Little Miss Muffin. We got Michelle Cowan in the building. We got. That's it. And our Bush babies. I love our Bush babies. So listen, salute to y'all, man. Salute to y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of off my game right now. I would have been sent out a notification to say that we were live, but I had the thumbnail from hell. I bullshit you not. Like, for real. So y'all see the thumbnail for the live stream, which is what I would call a generic live thumbnail. I could use it on various different lives, but this is the one that we were supposed to have for the night. And this shit was not, oh my God, it gave me such a headache. It gave me such a headache, squad. Gotta be under 2 megabits. Well, damn, it's 1.97 megabits, and this shit still wouldn't upload. Yeah, man. And I was proud of my work right here. I said, boy, that shit look good. Let me go ahead and get my shit together and upload it, because, you know what I'm saying, we got a lot to go over, and I'd be daggone if I couldn't even do nothing with it. I said, I'm going to show y'all anyway. The hell with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So that this is basically what we're talking about tonight. The whole situation. Wow. Look like, what is it? 22 counts. Oh my goodness. Where is it at? 30 plus overt acts, fam. 30 plus overt acts. And I think I appreciate it. Michelle. For real. Big Stacks, what's going on? Mr. Parker, what's going on, man? Sharon Webster, salute to you. I see you. Yeah. But we finna go over this. The indictment hadn't dropped yet. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that somebody got a plug with Pacer. Is that what it is? So yeah. Shout out to 504 Street Stories. You know what I'm saying? I think he said he got a plug that hits the that can get paperwork for it hit Pacer. So we're gonna see. Salute to him. I'm gonna let Seti Nash react to it, because, you know, but salute to both of them guys, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, salute to both of them guys, man. Let's see here. DDP, what's going on? Yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. I had to pull this shit, man. I was so mad, boy. I was mad as hell, fam. When I came up here, I was like, ooh, yeah, I'm mad as hell, fam. Let's get to it, man. All right, where we at? Here we go. And tonight it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, we're just gonna lean with it, rock with it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Hit that like button too. I appreciate y'all.
Shout out to 504 Chronicles, man, because he just dropped what they basically said is 33 counts indicted on 20. Overt act number 1, on or about January 8, 2026, defendants Wright, Johnson, Waters, Rogers, Gibson, Glover, and McDaniel departed Memphis, Tennessee together in a black Dodge Charger Hellcat bearing Tennessee license plate BHB 8698 and a black Dodge Ram bearing Arkansas license plate TKBXD, traveling in interstate commerce to Dallas, Texas, in furtherance of the conspiracy. Overt act number 2, on or about January 9, 2026, in the early morning hours, defendants Wright, Johnson, Waters, Rogers, Gibson, Glover, and McDaniel arrived in the Dallas, Texas area, where they remained in preparation for the charged offenses. Overt act number 3, on or about January 10, 2026, at approximately 1:50 p.m., defendant Williams Sr. entered a Staples retail store located at 3333 Preston Road, Frisco, Texas, proceeded directly to the copy and print machines and conducted a transaction for the purpose of printing contractual release paperwork to be used in coercing victim Roger Davis' signature under the threat of deadly force. Overt act number 4, On or about January 10th, 2026, defendant Williams Sr. made multiple telephone calls to studio owner Justin Namon for the purpose of booking a recording studio located on Dallas Parkway, Dallas, Texas, under the false pretext of a music recording session, when in fact the defendants intended to use said location to carry out the kidnapping and robbery of the victims.
All right, so y'all know this information, but we're going through this information because this is what's going to point to what everybody's charged with, or at least 30 in Shiesty, you know, from what I seen. So eBay, what's going on? Salute to you. Black Barbie, salute to you. It's good to see both of y'all in the building, man. Y'all hit the like button, squad. Let's go.
Overt Act number 5. On or about January 10, 2026, defendant Williams Sr. using a white Buick Enclave bearing Texas license plate XMV 1420, rented from Hertz Rental Car on December 29, 2025, transported himself and co-conspirators to the Windrose Tower area of Fort Worth, or Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, where all 9 defendants assembled and advanced the offense. Then it says Overt Act number 6. On or about January 10, 2026, between approximately...
How did they spell it? How did they spell it? I missed that. How did they spell it, Parker? Let me know something, man.
2:28 p.m. and 2:46 p.m. All 9 defendants congregated at the Windrose Tower area in coordinated preparation for traveling to the offense location. Overt Act number 7. On or about January 10, 2026, at approximately 3:27 p.m., defendant Williams Sr. arrived at the exterior of the office building located on Dallas Parkway, Dallas, Texas, where the recording studio was located, and was observed on surveillance video speaking on his cellular phone prior to entering the building at approximately 3:28 p.m. If you ever wish payday came sooner, this might actually help. There's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful features, and one of the main ones lets you actually sign for it. Overt Act number 8. On or about January 10, 2026, at approximately 3:43 p.m., all 9 defendants entered the east side of the office building together and proceeded through the lobby area toward the recording studio. Overt Act number 9. On or about January 10, 2026, defendant Gibson exited the office building after entering with the other defendants and returned shortly thereafter.
Yeah, that's a dead giveaway right there, my brother. Golly, for real, Roderick. I don't know, man. Yeah, that damn. I don't know. We finna see. We gonna go through it, but we gonna see that. I don't know what type of an impact that could have on this situation. Does it make this indictment valid or not? You know, I'm not sure. But we finna see. So far, so good on this. I did not catch that, bro. That's a good catch.
Carrying a bag slung over his shoulder, which the grand jury alleges contained firearms to be distributed among co-conspirators inside the studio. Overt Act number 10. Okay.
I just saw it.
On or about January 10, 2020.
It is. What the hell? That ain't right. That ain't right. You might have to supersede this one too. Yeah, you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Matthew Marzal and Brandon Putman. I'll call him, man, Brandon Pope. Damn.
6 defendant Williams Jr. requested that victim Roderick Davis accompany him privately into the attached recording room, separating Roderick Davis from the victims Matthew Marzal and Brandon Putman, and from security personnel who remained in the studio lobby. Overt Act number 11. On or about January 10, 2026, defendant Williams produced purported contractual release or termination paperwork from a bag inside the recording room and directed victim Roderick Davis to sign said paperwork. Overt Act number 12. On or about January 10, 2026, at the direction of defendant Williams Jr., defendant Wright left the recording room, retrieved the bag, and returned to the recording room, delivering to Williams Jr. a black AK-style pistol containing within said bag. And y'all know that's a Draco. Overt Act number 13. On or about January 10, 2026, defendant Williams Jr. produced a black AK-style pistol and pointed it directly at victim Roderick Davis, demanding at gunpoint that Roderick Davis signed the purported contractual release paperwork, while defendants Williams Sr. and Wright stood in the recording room as armed principles. Overt act, right? That was 13. Okay. Overt act number 14, on or about January 10, 2026, victim Roger Davis signed the contractual release paperwork under duress while held at gunpoint by defendant Williams Jr. and defendant Wright. Used a cellular phone to record Roger Davis signing the paperwork and making a verbal declaration that he had released Williams Jr. from his contractual obligations. Overt act number 15, on or about January 10, 2026, defendant Williams Sr. reviewed the signed contractual release paperwork and advised defendant Williams Jr. that the paperwork needed to be dated, causing Williams Jr. to further detain Roger Davis under the threat of force and compel him to add a date adjacent to his signature. Overt act number 16, on or about January 10, 2026, following the forced signing of the contractual release paperwork, defendant Williams Jr. seized from the victim Roger Davis at gunpoint Roger Davis' wedding ring, watch, earrings, and United States.
So goddamn Shiesty robbing these niggas too. I can see damn Fool and, you know what I'm saying, Little Twin and why you peeling this man's shit off, Shiesty? You just wanted a signature, right? Oh, boy. This case does not ever seem to amaze me, bro. It's like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? You had so much on the table, fam. Literally a blank check. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
States currency. Overt act number 17, on or about January 10, 2026, as defendant Williams Jr., Williams Sr., and Wright exited the recording room with victim Roger Davis. The remaining defendants, Waters, Rogers, Johnson, Glover, McDaniel, and Gibson, produced handguns and AR/AK style pistols in the studio control room and began demanding property from victims Matthew Merzoll and Brandon Putman. Overt act number 18, on or about January 10, 2026, defendant Wright closed the studio door to the lobby and barricaded it with his big ass body to prevent victim Roger Davis, Matthew Merzoll, and Brandon Putman from escaping and to prevent the victim's security personnel from entering the control room, thereby completing the confinement of all three victims. Now, I know what a lot of y'all are saying, bro. We already seen that. We already know that. Well, part of that, you know, it was redacted is redacted. So all this shit is now unredacted. They said cats got pocket dug and then worse. But here's where it gets even more interesting. We see the counts. And boy, oh boy, the counts are bad. Roll it. So now you start seeing the actual counts. Count 18, conspiracy to possess firearms and furtherance of crimes of violence. And we kind of, if you know, you know what I'm saying? If you know, right, then you already know that this was coming. There's no way in this world that nobody didn't see this one right here. So we already knew what they originally got him for, but we knew the superseding indictment was going to hit. And this damn thing hit like a dang ball of TNT. So using, carrying, and possessing a firearm during in relation to a crime of violence. You see what I'm saying? So they got the count 11 on there, count 18, conspiracy to possess firearms and furtherance of crimes of violence. You know what I'm saying? 18 USC 924. So count 11, all this shit, bro. It's bad, bro. It's all the way bad. It's damn near all the way over. Count 10, using, carrying, and brandishing.
It do look bad. It do look bad. I don't know what Bradford Cohen gonna be able to do with this. For real. Using, carrying, and brandishing a firearm doing and in relation to a crime of violence. Damn. J-Rail, what's up, man? Alethea, what's going on out there? There we go. I'm on my squad now. Angel, what's going on? Salute to you. But yes, this shit is looking bad for these boys, man. It's looking bad, you know. Things can always change. You know, I'm not seeing I'm just not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel for these boys, man. And one or two of them Greyhound bus niggas gonna snitch. Yes, sir. Superseding indictment to what original indictment? Yeah, exactly, DDP. You feel me? This shit is crazy.
Firearm during and in relation to a crime of violence. Count 9, using, carrying, and brandishing firearm during and in relation to a crime of violence. Shiesty and crew were indicted on 20 counts in 33 overt acts. I'm not a lawyer. Shout out, Mel. I'm not a lawyer, but oh shit, boy, you got a lot of fighting to do. And to be honest, right? To be fair, square, obvious, and honest, I watched 1090 Jake and Vlad TV converse about this, and Jake made a point of saying, bro, these cats took a bus back to the...
Man, I was watching that today, bro. But Pooh Lawyer said it was... Pooh Lawyer was saying they didn't have nothing. Yeah, this nigga was tripping. I think he might have been sipping during that interview. He forgot enough, more than enough. So, yeah, I was looking at that interview and I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? Some of the stuff that he said that wasn't evidence is absolutely evidence. The fact that he basically said that Gucci Mane wasn't gonna talk. You know, Gucci Mane popped out on social media with the jury that they said they stole. Nigga, is you even doing your homework? I mean, the average civilian know this shit, bro. You just taking these folk money. If this is the type of defense you finna put up for them, man, hey, they can hang it up. They can hang it up. Real talk. Hey, Tequila, what going on? Salute to you, man. Good to see you in here tonight, man. But this shit's sad, bro. I hope they can get together and format a way to fight this shit. Cause this, man, that was a horrible interview. I'm talking about the Law and Crime interview. If y'all ain't familiar, Bradford Cohen and the little dude that's always on Law and Crime, you know, they had a back and forth and just Q&A session. And Bradford Cohen, you know, he's stupid confident that ain't nothing gonna come out of this. And it looked like everything mama coming out of this, man. Y'all hit that like button, man.
Memphis area, right? But what Jake fails to realize is Pooh Shiesty was broke. So that's why his homeboys got the jewelry. The homeboys got a lot of shit. They got bread. They got 1017 watches. They was all broke. That's why you take all that shit. Hyenas got to eat. So it is what it is. That's why it went that way, because
y'all believe Pooh Shiesty robbed Gucci because he was broke. There's a lot of broke talk been coming out about Shiesty. And fam, listen, they were held up. And what I mean hit by held up, they were staying at the Star in Frisco, Texas. That's basically Jerry World. If y'all know about Mo3 and where he got arrested for being at a concert that he was supposed to be at, but they took him off. The boy got a condo at Jerry World, fam. Ashley, what's going on with it? Salute to you. What's going on, Paul? I see you. Salute to you, man. But yeah, I mean, I just can't believe that. I can't believe that these boys was just flat out broke. I don't believe that one iota, you know. But they keep throwing it on the tail end of so many little statements. AK said the same thing. So they got evicted. Yeah, they got evicted because they did not meet the requirements of, they broke some rules, basically. I don't know if it was marijuana or loud music or whatever, but they got them up out of that. And that's the reason why, you know, Shiesty had to go back to the halfway house, you know. But Shiesty was playing a dumbass game. You know, the old adage goes, you play stupid games and win stupid prizes. You know, you was on being the done, and these folks are literally on the phone with you like, where are you? You supposed to be at home. And he on camera lying to these folks. Like, yeah, I'm at home. It shows you at such and such. No, this is my address. Refresh it again. See, you think everything is a game, bro. You think everything is a game. Now you finna lose everything. Damn. That's the part that just throws me all the way off, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Ash, I see you. Thank you for the donation, family. I appreciate it. Man. Shit, I can't believe this shit. Let's go. Wait, didn't Gotti give him money? I think Gotti gave him money after the fact. No, that sounds crazy. I think he gave him money after the fact. Damn. This shit is wild.
If it was all about getting out the contract and I had bread, we just would have signed the contract and threw Gucci Mane out the front door like Jazz from Fresh Prince. But now you see what it is. You see what it got to be. And what it got to be is something slick and simple. Nah, it's not slick and simple. Yes, sir. But why slick and simple? Because I could cash my people out like, appreciate that. But I ain't got no bread. You got to think about it this way.
So, your enticement for the goons to come and pull up with you was, nigga, we're gonna strip these niggas. We're gonna get the signature on the contract, and we're gonna strip these niggas. Y'all take whatever y'all want. What type of sense do that make, bruh? World's dumbest criminals. Ah, my God. Yeah, definitely winning stupid prizes for playing stupid games. I agree. Man, I just don't get it. I don't get it. And the whole broke situation, man. And if they repoed them cars, somebody said repoed allegedly. Listen, you are literally on life support right now. You gonna beat it or you're not. And it's leaning towards the fact that you may not. So yeah, liquidate that shit, man. Get all the money you can get. If you is having money issues, everything that you can sell it. Because if you don't beat it, this shit ain't good for it. It ain't gonna be no good to you no way. So yeah, sell all that shit. Because he is literally in the fight of his life right now. And they ain't swung a punch. They just, they just came out their robe. They didn't just came out their robe. And it ain't looking good already, y'all. Damn.
I'm not agreeing with Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty wrong and foul as shit for this, but I understand it. Pooh Shiesty was broke and broke in. So your last things you can do is think out of your mind. Once again, the way that it should have happened on both ends, Pooh Shiesty should have been basically complaining about Gucci. Gucci need to release me out this contract, bruh. This is whatever. You should have turned the internet against Gucci Mane and called him a sour hater and started to post all the damn videos of all his former artists dissing the mess out of Gucci Mane. He decided not to. Mm-hmm. So that's where you messed up. You make the public put pressure on you. But then when it goes to doggone Gucci Mane, in my opinion, I wouldn't want Pooh Shiesty in jail like that.
And listen, the whole encourage the public to put pressure on, man, that shit don't work neither. But that's 2 times been trying to do that shit for 2 years. Everybody laugh at the jokes. Everybody like, no milk, canned milk. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. No syrup, no jelly. They ain't trying to help him. They're not putting a squeeze on Mob Ties or J. Prince Jr. Nah, that shit don't work, man. But shit, the big dogs will talk to you. Atlantic would have talked to Shiesty and his dad. I honestly believe it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go over this man's head and get us a closed door meeting with Atlantic. See what we can figure out. Like for real. Like for real. They will be willing to help. They willing to help now. But ain't nobody thinking. Ain't nobody thinking, bro. All these niggas' heads sound like the damn gymnasium on the inside. Ain't nothing but an echo. Gotta be. Because this shit wasn't thought out at all. No, it's like these niggas just said, hey, bro, come pull up. We gonna kick it and play the game. And one night while they were playing the game, they were like, you know what? Go coming tomorrow. We're going to rob this nigga. We got to.
You know what I'm saying? I would have frozen Shiesty out of everything. And literally would have made him so broke that he would have had to crash out in order to get a pack of ramen noodles. You hear me?
Yeah, I bet you would. Yeah, I mean, that's what they saying. I don't believe it. Nah, I don't believe it. Not one bit. So, you know, niggas can talk what they want. And you just have to weed through this shit and take what you get with a grain of salt. That part, I'm not believing that one bit.
That's what I would have did. I would have made sure Shiesty slept in the gutter before I was done with him. Oh, you want to rob me for that little bit of money? Boy, that better last you a lifetime. Because how I'm coming and where I'm going, where I'm about to take it to, no. That's me. I'm too petty, bro. Like, some of y'all, you would have called the police. You, man, nigga, please. Yeah, right. My revenge tour is the best. Trust me. I'm tearing people up every day. I go on Instagram Live. You can follow me on IG at Seti Nash, one word. Yeah. Y'all can screen record that and post on YouTube's free content all day. But this right here, crazy. Y'all, let me know, y'all.
So, yeah. Clarinet, what's going on? Salute to you. Wasn't it said the guy that gave him some? Yeah, I believe it was after the fact. I definitely believe that it was after the fact. And, you know, a lot of people are saying that Gotti has seen a version of this tape, but it's not the version basically where they strong arming. It's just showing Gucci signing his paperwork. And I don't know, man. There's so much going on and circulating. What up, Cypress? But it's so much going on to where you really can't tell. You really can't tell. And all of it'll come out in the discovery. That's basically what we gotta wait on. You know what I'm saying? Even this paperwork that he just read off. I mean, can't really trust that. Cause just like Parker said, this man, RD name ain't even spelled right. That's crazy right there. Of course, you know, that people make mistakes all the time. You know, the Fed said that Dirk made a song mimicking Quando Rondo when that was an edit. So they make mistakes all the time. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, that's who kept him afloat the whole time he was locked. Yeah. Of course. All a part of the play. All a part of the play. So, yeah. They kept him afloat. They kept flirting and rubbing elbows with Mob Boss, you know, to where, you know, it would be second nature when bro got out, you know? Damn. I think Shiesty was posting all that money in jury in January. I think he got the money shortly after he got out. Well, he got out in October. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He got out in October. So, and he started posting that money, I want to say after they dropped that snippet with him and Glorilla on it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of money circulating. Real talk. It was something, and you know, They had bread on the Ben the Don live stream too, and they had bread on $1 million worth of game. So you know, it just is what it is, man. I'm not going by the theology that this man was broke. And if they know something that I don't know, and a lot of them claim too. More power to them. More power to them. But I'm not finna sit up here and say that I think this young nigga was broke. Not at all. And listen, his broke and my broke is two different brokes. We all know that now. Yeah, the struggle. It's two different struggles. Totally. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. This whole situation is wild. I'm waiting for this shit to hit the mainstream. A nigga saying that they got the new indictments before they drop on the website. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But salute to him, man. Salute to him. Yeah, man. So Shiesty. He messed his whole life up yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Boy, I tell you. That's how you know that this rap shit a fallacy. If he had even a little money problem found, that FDO video, yeah, that shit didn't show it. That's why you can't be falling behind these niggas. You see a nigga living like that and you ain't got no mind for real, man, you would do all type of crash dummy shit trying to, you know what I'm saying, at least get close to that level. Cypress, what's going on, man? Said, I don't trust Nan guy. Says,
what it do, man?
What's up, man? Look like yeah. I'm telling you, family. I'm telling you. So like I said, we take it with a grain of salt. Either way, it ain't gonna be either way, it's gonna be a superseding indictment. It's gonna definitely be the original.
Yeah, it's bad all the way around.
Yeah, they coming back behind this shit. You can believe that. I'm tripping off of just to be honest with y'all, I'm tripping off the fact that, and I know I done switched up real quick, but the fact that they got Allstar Jr. in custody. Whole time we've been told that Ben 10 was the aggressor. Ben 10, Dead End Ron, and perhaps OG3 with J. Prince Jr. calling the shots. Come find out last night, Allstar Jr. locked up. You feel me? Y'all give me a second. Give me 1 second. Hold on, y'all.
Matters, water, shit, for real. I got your bitch skinny dipping at the crib. I'm serving, counting, smoking, ounces. I just made a play for 300K. Yeah, my bitch, she bad. All my niggas bitch. I got one for cheap. Damn, I feel like two-tone Ray. On some big feet. I fucked her to sleep. Then jump back in the streets. Mama put me out. I'm straight out the trap. Stuffed 100 in a box and sent them across the mouth. I'm geeked up on that lane. Counting while you sleep. Everybody eat. Yeah. Hey man, you seen my phone? Which one, man? Not that phone, the trap phone. Favorite rap business. Bitch. Yeah, 4 diamond rings on. M's on top of M's when I came home. My little bitch, she ratchet, yeah. Bend her over, stab it. Y'all was down dead. Let her push a nigga have it. I be dead rich. Bitch, close, casket out.
My bad, y'all. Had to break away right quick. But yeah, man. Now all of a sudden, Allstar Jr. in custody. And it's looking like Ben 10 confined to a wheelchair. And Ben 10 done told these folk, look, J. Prince Jr. had nothing to do with it. For real? So why the hell was you messing with Allstar Jr? What kind of smoke y'all got? Because the last I checked, all the smoke was coming from Junior and JR. Yeah,
But
y'all was just in the
that,
wrong place at the wrong time.
but he can't say he ain't had nothing to do with it if he was on camera, right?
Yeah, well, shit. If you look at it on camera, he looked like an innocent bystander. But if you know what you know, then you know that he done probably orchestrated this shit and had everybody in the same place at the same time. You see what I'm saying? That's the crazy part.
Yeah, because he knew they were coming.
Right. Let's see. But it said Prince Jr. can be heard on one of the cameras directing him. Wow. Need that footage. It's also on camera. Jay Prince walked in, walked out, and met with the group of guys before walking back in. Man, ain't no way he escapes again. Shit, you don't know Junior.
that nigga that escaped Duke to Jula take off. Oh, they without scratch, he ain't get questioned, they ain't asked him nothing. And then these folks so cold blooded, they go take a whole reef with the Prince family on the motherfucker. Like somebody in their family there. That's some cold shit.
Yeah, it is, bro. That shit, well, I don't understand them folk, man. That was the most tasteless shit ever. To put a bouquet of flowers with your family name on it. You know, that shit was just crazy. Oh, man. You know, when you think about Rap-A-Lot mob ties, you don't think about no women having executive roles. It's like a bunch of blockhead dudes that's just like, you know, ultra masculine and everybody on this rah-rah shit, you know what I'm saying? But they think they know how to move, you know what I'm saying, militant. And when I see shit like that, it only furthers that narrative that it can't be no females nowhere in this organization. You know, because it's like,
No, there ain't no females in the organization.
This is what I'm saying. I ain't talking about no female rappers or nothing like that. I'm talking about people running the day-to-day operations. You see what I'm saying? Somebody
there ain't no females doing that.
You don't know if them folk got no females in their shit.
Every time we see these niggas, there's niggas around.
It's office business being conducted too, Cypress. You got administrative. You see what I'm saying? People that's supposed to cut checks, even though these niggas don't cut checks.
We know they don't have a history of cutting checks.
You feel me? So it's just like these niggas tone deaf as hell. You got the old man who, you know what I'm saying, 65 years old, damn near, with not one gray hair in his head. So, you know.
Just a man been doing them right.
Hey, man. Knowing James Smith, he probably got a motherfucker making him his own formula. That much money that nigga got, boy. That shit crazy. But hey, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this, man, and see what the hell going on. Allstar Jr. being 10, dead end run. Who don't nobody care about dead end run? You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Damn, nope. Nobody never asked about dead end run. Shit, dead end run popped up, bandaged up, missing a digit. Looked like he just looked like he came to the hospital ER and left out and went home. Everybody concentrated on being 10. And it right looked like being 10 finna be in a wheelchair for a minute. Hopefully just a minute. You know what I'm saying? Prayers up for him. Y'all hit that like button, man, for real. We need that. And support the channel if you can, please.
Police say a fight escalated, ending in gunfire and leaving 2 men in critical condition.
10, since he wanted to play, when I was getting me some food, we made a dance for him. Now, the best way this dance can work, if a nigga shoot your dumb ass like 4 or 5 times before you fall. But if you don't got nobody to do that for you, just lay down smooth like this, right? Lay your bitch ass down and point them toes up, right? And spread a little bit, and then they're gonna spank you. Then you just jump a little bit.
Now that we know what we know, that was the dumbest shit ever. Because you basically insinuating that you stood over somebody. And lo and behold, they got screenshots of you standing over somebody. So, yeah, this one ain't going to end well for Allstar Jr.
Yeah. Today I'm going to talk about Mr. Dogface. What possessed your ugly, ball sack looking ass to get on this internet and put my name in your mouth yesterday?
The Fed's not letting nothing slide in the rap community in 2026. Shit, a couple weeks ago, we talked about a Detroit rapper who defended himself. Well, at least according to the facts that was presented to the public. At first, the internet called it self-defense. The Detroit rapper survives an attempt robbery, shots goes off, and just like that, social media already had a verdict. He was protecting himself. He had no choice. It was either him or them. And honestly, at first glance, it looked like that. A man gets robbed, he fights back, and people naturally side with survival. But according to federal authorities, one single action changed everything. One statement made by investigators claims the entire self-defense argument may be wrong. Not because he defended himself, but because of what happened after. Authorities say surviving a robbery was never the issue. It was the decision afterwards, which we later discuss in this video.
Mac,
according to the federal criminal complaint, after the initial danger was over, the victim who turned suspect had chased the men involved before standing over one of them after serious injuries were already inflicted. And that one move may have turned this from self-defense into a federal criminal case. That's the part social media wasn't talking about, because inside these documents, which we'll later break down, it also reveals the real injuries. He may not have caught a body, and he may not be fighting a murder charge or attempt murder for now. But the paperwork shows just how severe the injuries were to the people police say tried to rob him. One victim reportedly begged for his life. Another detailed exactly what happened. And authorities are using those statements to paint a completely different picture than what the internet first believed. This wasn't just a quick shootout and walk away. We may not have the full indictment, but we have the federal complaint. And according to the feds, this turned into a chase. And in return, injuries so severe, the federal agent stepped in weeks later and arrested the victim turned suspect on his way to an interview in California. Now, he's not facing murder charges, as we mentioned. But when you are already a convicted felon and firearms get involved, the feds don't need nobody. They just need enough. In this video, we're going over the criminal complaint, the statements, the real injuries involved, the suspect sits while in the hospital, and the suspect turned victim 2017 felony case that made him prohibited from carrying or even...
Boy, that nigga looked like a real jive turkey right there. Yeah, Allstar Jr. Boy, that man, he didn't have a rough one. You know, he got popped at, and I think they hit him in the head, bruh. This was it last year or year before last? Yeah. Bro done had it hard, man. He handled that little business and got right back to Detroit. And like DDP said, he ran down dead end run, then got right back. I'm talking about right back to being 10. Started out with being 10. Ran down dead end run and came back to being 10. Being 10 is not deceased. This man had to either be an awful shot or God got a plan for being 10. I'm telling you. Jesus.
Even being in contact with firearms, which led to his arrest. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, when it comes to today's sponsor, recently, a jury had ordered Meta and YouTube for their role in designing addictive.
All right, so I don't know what he's talking about, but in the meantime, y'all gonna hit that like button, man. We got 43 likes in here. Last time I asked y'all to hit the like button, we had 41. Yeah, the hate can't be that strong, bro. It just can't be. I don't think y'all hate. I just feel like y'all just forget to hit the like button. So while this ad is going, let's hit the like button if y'all don't mind, please. I appreciate it.
Michigan. See the Inkster rapper, Allstar Jr, as we mentioned many before, most of you are aware now, has shot 2 individuals who allegedly was there to rob him in the presence of Jay Prince, a man who is talking to his baby mother to this day. Now, since then, another picture has been posted by Jay Prince holding his son next to the baby mother. Also, Allstar Jr has made subliminals online and even made a song called Mob Untied, sending shots at Junior.
Junior running around here tripping, nigga, use a hoe. Keep on sending flunkies at me, keep on getting them niggas smoke.
Now, we briefly mentioned it, but Allstar Jr. criminal history dates back a decade ago. Back in 2015, alongside y'all criminal.
Sending flunkies at me, keep on getting them niggas smoke.
Now, we briefly mentioned it.
Don't do that no more. Robert Hill, what's going on, man?
But Allstar Jr. criminal history dates back a decade ago. Back in 2015, him, alongside T. Grizzly, was involved in home invasions at Michigan State University dormitory, which led to conviction. Jeremy Christopher Ford, 25 at the time, had pled guilty to home invasion charges in Ingham County Circuit Court and was sentenced to 1.5 to 15 years in prison. Now, that's important because the time he didn't serve incarcerated, well, he was on probation for. Terry Wallace, also known now as T. Grizzly, was also arrested in connection with a robbery in Kentucky last summer and remains in custody there. T. Grizzly was a student at MSU when the home invasions occurred. Investigators said the pair was tied to about a dozen incidents over a 15-day period in February of 2014 at Hubbard Hall. In each case, someone walked into an unlocked dorm room during the early morning hours and stole items ranging from computers to cell phones to cameras and cash. Police recovered nearly $10,000 worth of stolen merchandise and nearly $10,000 in cash on Allstar Jr. He was taken into custody shortly after warrants were issued in the summer of 2014. Court records indicate about that time, T. Grizzly and 2 other Detroit men were arrested in connection with an attempt robbery at a pawn shop and jewelry store in Langston, Kentucky. The suspects who were carrying hammers were held at gunpoint by the store's owner until police.
It looked like my nigga got a cauliflower ear with keloids on the back of that bitch. Damn. Let's go.
Arrived. When T. Grizzly came home, he dropped that track first day out and he mentioned, JR, ain't it a blessing?
The castle, hey, JR, nigga. Ain't it a blessing? We made it out of Lansing after all that happened. That bitch, nigga.
Nonetheless, at that point, Allstar Jr. was a convicted felon. Now, fast forward a decade later, the 3rd week of April of 2026.
Don't sit up here and act like y'all don't see that shit.
The Inkster rapper is accused of opening fire inside a Houston restaurant, as we all know by now. But he's now facing federal gun charges after investigators say the incident was caught on surveillance video and followed by taunting social media posts. According to criminal complaint, Jeremy Christopher Ford, also known as Allstar Jr., is charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. Investigators say the shooting happened, as we all know, at around 11:23 p.m. on April 8th, 2026 at a restaurant on Kirby Drive in Houston. When officers arrived, they found one person inside suffering from a gunshot wound to the neck and another in the parking garage with multiple gunshot wounds to the hand and leg. Both were taken to the hospital. We'll later confirm the identity of the suspects, which we all know by now, but the exact damage that was done as well. The police say a trail of blood led from the dining area to the elevator into the garage. At the scene, officers recovered a Glock 43 handgun, a magazine, a holster, and multiple spent shell casings.
They ain't lying about that trail of blood. Bro was bleeding pretty damn good. I think that might have been dead end run. He was bleeding pretty damn good, man. Damn. At the end of the day, who smoke was this? Who smoke with these niggas fading, bruh? And why did they have such a disdain for Allstar Jr.?
Sound like Junior.
Yeah, damn right it was Junior. Yeah, damn Ben 10 said, before you go any further, James Prince Jr. had nothing to do with this. Oh boy, you gotta be kidding me.
and bullet fragments. According to investigators, surveillance video shows Ford inside the restaurant before a group approached him, leading to a confrontation during the altercation. Authorities say several people appeared to grab his necklace and watch, escalating the situation. So, let's clear this up. At this point, we all know he was there first eating, no ill intentions, and apparently somebody got his drop. At some point, a handgun fell to the floor during the fight. Investigators say Ford picked it up and began firing as people ran. One man collapsed after being shot, while others fled towards the elevator. Authorities say Ford continued firing, including additional shots in the direction of another person who was running away. The complaint alleged Ford then returned to the injured man and fired additional rounds at
Standing over that boy. Standing over that boy.
close range while he was lying on the floor. Investigators say he later pointed the gun again, but appeared to be out of ammunition. The court documents also allege he struck the man with the handgun and spit on him before leaving, which he later confirmed in a social media post, which we'll later check out. Authorities say a third person believed to be a bystander was also shot but suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Hospital officials told investigators one of the injured victims had his finger amputated due to the gunshot wound and suffered severe leg injuries. Another victim, as of April 15th, did not have feeling in his legs, which confirms Ben 10 is paralyzed from the waist down. Investigators say Ford fled the scene in a white Cadillac Escalade before officers arrived. The affidavit also states that after the shooting, Ford allegedly posted multiple videos on social media, which we all know, appearing to taunt those involved.
Yeah, man. He always cleared of any wrongdoing. Absolutely right. Yeah, man. JR and T Grizz no longer cool. Don't rule out Grizzly. Rumor had it Grizz had something to do with, yeah, most definitely. I remember it well. I remember it well.
Investigators say he later released a music video referencing the shooting, including lyrics about the incident and what authorities describe as a reenactment. The Fed's not playing with these rappers. Officials say Ford has a prior felony conviction in Michigan, which makes it illegal for him to possess a firearm. But here's the thing. They didn't say it was his. Now, Allstar Jr. was on his way to a Vlad TV interview when he was arrested in California. But here's the messages authorities are referencing to. Just 48 hours ago, he posted it to his social media. It was DMs between him and Ben 10. JR wrote, I ain't trying to talk. Send me that challenge. We all know he created the Ben 10 challenge. Ben responded, oh, you really? Allstar responded, Say's in the hospital full of bullets. Ben responded, you pick up, you know I ain't full of no bullets. JR responded, well, Dub, you been in the hospital 100 days. Ben 10 responded, for sure. JR responded, you wiped that spit off your face. How I feel that everybody left you up to die. Niggas ain't cut. You a bitch boy. When he posted that message, he said, what's crazy was I ain't tell y'all I spit on that goofy after he got flamed. His neck brace. Did you get popped or something? In a 10-car pile up? I ain't doing your interview, bro. It's over.
What the hell is wrong with these young niggas, man? Listen to me. Blow by blow instructions, blow by blow details of things that took place out of the watch for our law enforcement. I mean, even if there were cameras, which we know they were, I'm pretty sure they didn't catch nobody spitting on nobody. But since you said it, we're going to give you that charge. Like, nigga, what is wrong with y'all?
Niggas be want the cloud and they mad in the heat of the moment. They think, you know, police know everything.
It's like, bro, what the hell are you trying to prove? What are you trying to prove, fam? I mean, you got off. You got off on dude. And then y'all niggas calling each other. This is the weird part to me. Nobody had no type of smoke with nobody. And it's
but
like
yeah, Junior cleared of everything.
Right. They just picked this shit up off Junior lap and was just like, shit, we got it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about this nigga. Yeah. Wow. I don't think it's gonna end well for Allstar Jr. You know what I'm saying? It already ain't end well for Ben 10. But damn. Damn, Jay Prince, boy, always in the middle of something.
And Jay Prince ain't gonna give a nigga popcorn seed.
Nah, for real. It's like, damn, bro, you worse than Gotti. You always in the middle of something, and you present. At least Gotti don't be present. Your ass be present than a motherfucker. Calling shots. Damn. Okay, that's all. What's going on, man? Salute to you. Said, did 10 really say they knocked out? Oh, yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, capping. Big capping.
Now, since the news broke, when it came to Ben 10, he posted a hospital picture alongside OG3 in attendance and BBGD. It seems he's in good spirits. He haven't left the hospital bed since, and guess they on a fight on trying to get him to recover. As of now, it seems like Ben 10 is paralyzed from the waist down, and another man will be living life with only 9 fingers. Guess this the price you pay when you try to disturb and rob somebody while they eat. It's important to know that Allstar Jr, yes, he's arrested by the feds, but according to the charges, he just arrested for a felon in possession of a firearm, which is crazy to say the least. But you're talking about attempt murders at stake. You know, you're talking about the feds saying he came back and he stood over Ben, but the clip was empty. Maybe that saved his life. It's more developed. I keep you guys updated. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And today, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Now, let's rock out with your favorite blog, with your Cypress. You hear him? Absolutely. He know got to be behind. Got it like the damn wizard, the damn wizard on the Wizard of Oz, behind the damn curtain, just moving all these buttons, and you know what I'm saying, granting folks' wishes, or acting like he granting folks' wishes, sitting there, slap the hell. Yeah. You know I ain't lying. You know I ain't lying. Okay.
Yeah, got a cold big head motherfucker.
Hey man, yeah, he is. He absolutely is. This is the latest news on the Ben 10 situation, I'm guessing. We finna check it out, man. We finna definitely check it out, since it just broke like 15 minutes ago. And we know that the feds is in town for this one, so let's see what's happening.
Of the freaking affidavit, but let's go ahead and give it to you in full. All right, real quick. It says, I, the complainant in this case, state that the following is true to the best of my knowledge and belief. On or about the dates of April 8, 2026 in the county of Harris in the Southern District of Texas, the defendant violated count 1, 18 U.S.C. 922G1 and 18 U.S.C. 924A8. Count 1, felon in possession of a firearm in violation of 18 U.S.C. 922G1 and 924A8. This criminal complaint is based on these facts. See attached affidavit for probable cause. So we go over. Once again, it's showing y'all the same thing. So it says, affidavit in support of criminal complaint. I, Joseph Gregory, being first duly sworn, hereby depose the state as follows. Introduction and agent background. We don't really care about none of this shit, but we'll do it anyways. I'm special agent with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and have been so employed since July 2018. I am an investigative or law enforcement officer of the United States within the meaning of 18 U.S.C. 2516. I hold Juris Doctorate from New York Law School, and prior to joining the FBI, I was an attorney for over 5 years. What? Oh, JR, you cooked, bro. Oh, no. This dude was a lawyer before he was a cop and before he was FBI? Damn, I know exactly why he put those two codes exactly like that. We'll get to that in just a minute. I'm currently assigned to the Violent Crimes Task Force in the Houston Division. In my capacity as an FBI special agent, I have conducted investigations of various federal criminal violations, including violent crimes, money laundering, and other complex financial crimes.
This nigga swear he the damn, like he taking the bar exam tomorrow. I know exactly why he formatted that like that. Man, come on, man. Shout out to Nash. Lakeita, what's going on? Gina, what's going on with you, man? I see y'all. Salute to y'all, man.
Specifically, I participated in investigations of RICO, murder for hire, assaults on federal officers, Hobbs Act violations, felon in possession, and other violations of federal firearm laws, among other things. Through my training, education, and experience, I have become familiar with the patterns of activity regarding felons who possess firearms, the methods they employ to obtain firearms, and their use of firearms. And if y'all don't know what the Hobbs Act is, it's basically like if you take someone's stuff or scare them into giving it to you, and it affects a business or money moving around, like even a little, the federal government basically comes in. It's robbery.
Should sound like the Shiesty situation to me with this Hobbs Act.
And extortion and interstate commerce, like all wrapped in one burrito. You know what I'm saying? So training, education, and experience, I have become familiar with the patterns of activity regarding felons who possess firearms, the methods they employ to obtain firearms, and their use of firearms while committing other criminal activities. This affidavit is made in support of a criminal complaint charging Jeremy Christopher Ford, aka Allstar Jr, with the violation of 18 U.S.C. 922G1 and 924A. That is felon in possession of a firearm. I am familiar with the information contained in this affidavit based upon the investigation I have personally conducted and my conversations with other law enforcement officers involved in this investigation. Because this affidavit is being submitted for the limited purpose of securing a criminal complaint, I have not included each and every fact known to me concerning this. Basically, 924A8, that is felon in possession of a firearm. I am familiar with the information contained in this affidavit based upon the investigation I have personally conducted and my conversations with other law enforcement officers involved in this investigation. Because this affidavit is being submitted for the limited purposes of securing a criminal complaint, I have not included each and every fact known to me concerning this investigation. I have set forth only those facts that I believe are necessary to establish probable cause that a violation 18 U.S.C. 922G1 and 924A8 has been committed by Ford.
And that's what they do on a criminal complaint. They give you enough to establish the fact that you are in violation of maybe more than one law. So that's the probable cause. But that whole situation that they got, well, they said, I have not included each and every fact known to me concerning this investigation. Yeah, and that's why I don't know why Bradford Cohen was going apeshit on Law and Crime about what these folks didn't have. And they hadn't even dropped the indictment yet. Man. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Let's let him keep going about this whole situation.
If you ever wish payday came sooner, this might actually help. There's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful features. And one, it's definitely worth checking out because that's literally what it's designed for. Probable cause. The FBI Houston Violent Crimes Task Force is investigating Ford for a violation of 18 U.S.C. 922G1 and 924A8 occurring on or about April 8, 2026 in Houston, Texas. The Houston's Violent Crime Task Force is investigating. Oh, okay, I already had it. The incident was captured on video by security cameras as detailed below. On April 8, 2026, at approximately 11:23 p.m., officers with the Houston Police Department, HPD, responded to a shooting in progress at a restaurant located on Kirby Drive in Houston, Texas. Upon arrival, officers observed an individual identified for the purposes of this affidavit as John Doe 1. On the ground inside the restaurant with a gunshot wound to his neck. Officers also observed a trail of blood leading from the main dining room to the elevator and a large pool of blood in the elevator. The blood trail continued to the parking garage where officers observed another individual identified for the purposes of this affidavit as John Doe 2. So Ben 10 is John Doe 1 and then Ron is John Doe 2. With multiple gunshot wounds to his hand and leg, John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 were transported to hospitals by Houston.
I wonder why they're going under John Doe. That's weird. Anyway.
Fire department. The suspect subsequently identified as Ford fled the scene before police arrived. At the scene, officers located and recovered a black Glock 43 handgun bearing whatever those numbers are. Oh, okay. This is cut up for me, so if it seemed like I'm kind of like winging it and shit, then that's what it is because that's what it is. So at the scene, officers located and recovered a black Glock 43 handgun bearing serial number CFEW2.
Black Barbie, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Lee, I appreciate you, Black Barbie, for the love. Real talk. Just don't know. What I'm beginning to establish with this whole situation, you know, they told us that this was Ben 10 or either Dead End Ron's pistol. Don't look like it was either one of their pistol, because if that was the case, fingerprints would have led them to be included in this as well. It looks like only prints that were on that gun belong to this guy. Does that make sense? Like, for real. There's nothing tying Ben 10 to this gun. And if you listen to one of the two, I forget the first video that he did, he basically was saying he tried to make it out like the gun that he was using to get at these boys was they gun. Like he was on some MacGyver type shit and wrestled the fire out their hands and got busy with it. This is weird, bro. This is weird. You know, just these the feds, man. So if it was anything, you know what I'm saying, sketchy about this, where it looked like, no, that ain't his gun, because they prints on it too. Or, you know what I'm saying? It would be established that way. Yeah. I think people been lying, bro. Yeah, I think Allstar Jr. handled his business, hopped on the first thing smoking, and started clout chasing immediately.
2.2, one Glock 43 magazine, and a black firearm holster with blood on it. 10 fired 9mm shell cases with blood on them. 2 fired bullet projectiles with blood on them, and bullet fragments with blood on them. The evidence was tagged at the HPD property room. Officers retrieved videos of the incident via security camera footage provided by restaurant staff and provided copies to the FBI. Upon reviewing this footage, I observed Ford at a table in a restaurant with a female. Ford and the female get up from the table and walk out. Officers retrieved videos of the incident via security camera footage provided by the restaurant staff. Okay, I observed Ford at the table of the restaurant with a female. Ford and the female get up from the table and walk out of the frame toward the elevator. Ford then re-enters the frame and appears to be talking on the phone. A group of individuals follow behind Ford. The group begins to crowd around Ford and appear to be talking to him, leading to an altercation that prompts an unknown male to get in between the group and pull Ford away toward the elevators. Ford can be seen in the shirt with LV on the back. As this is happening, John Doe 1 and another individual identified for the purposes of this affidavit as John Doe 3 walk into the restaurant and follow quickly toward where Ford exited the frame, along with others in the group. The group then re-enters the frame, and Ford can be seen struggling with John Doe 3 and John Doe 1. So y'all jumped him, who appear to be trying to remove Ford's necklace. John Doe 2 joins in to help John Doe 3 and John Doe 1. John Doe 3 removes Ford's necklace and pushes out.
I think that one of them John Does is OG3. I think one of them John Does is OG3. Yeah, for real. J. Prince Jr. couldn't help, and he probably wouldn't gonna help if he could. But, you know, I remember early in the day on his IG, see, he always showing himself at the doctor, getting like fluid and shit drawn off his knee. And like he got some kind of weird condition going on with his knee where, you know, saying he goes pretty regularly to get his knee seen about. And when I seen that knee brace, I'm like, okay, that's exactly what it was. So he wasn't moving around doing nothing. And even if he didn't have that brace on, he probably still wouldn't be moving around doing nothing, just off the strength of, this is J. Prince Jr. You know what I'm saying? He called a shot. He ain't gonna get his hands dirty, none whatsoever.
I can't really see that. I try to make it out, but anyways. Re-enters Ford. Let's see. Removes Ford. Okay.
Man. Salute to Paula Hall for the love. I appreciate you, Paula. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all showing out, man. Thank you for the love and support, man. I definitely appreciate y'all.
So John Doe 2 joins in to help John Doe 3 and John Doe 1. John Doe 3 removes Ford's necklace and rushes out of the restaurant. Oh, shit. Whoa, okay. The struggle continues, and John Doe 2 appears to remove Ford's watch and put it in his pocket. Y'all going to jail, bro. Ford and John Doe 1 began firing when John Doe 2 and others in the group joining in. At some point, what appears to be a handgun falls onto the floor from someone in the altercation. So, yeah, Allstar Jr. didn't have no gun. Ford then falls to the floor near where the handgun fell. Ford picks up the handgun and begins firing as everyone starts running. So, OG3, you lied, you ran. John Doe 1 appears to have been shot and immediately collapses to the floor. So, not Ben 10, Allstar Jr., you lied. You said he was standing up and you shot him 5 times. I told y'all that was impossible in the last video. John Doe 1 appears to have been shot and immediately collapses to the floor, initially on his side before rolling over onto his back, meaning he was getting ready to say, God, I'm ready to come home.
Damn.
Then it goes on where the handgun fell, picks up, begins firing as everyone starts running. John Doe 1 appears to have been shot. It immediately collapses on the floor, initially on his side before rolling onto his back. So you see Allstar Jr. just busting backwards. John Doe 2 and others run out of the frame toward the elevator. Ford continues shooting as everyone is running away and shoots additional rounds in John Doe 2's.
Man, I appreciate that, Paula. For real, man. Yeah, y'all just don't know. I appreciate the hell out of y'all. Because y'all, every time I pull up, y'all pull up. And the support is just tremendous. Thank y'all so much. Real talk. Now, look at John Doe 2 and others out of the frame toward the elevator. Ford continues shooting as everyone is running away. That's going to get you jammed up, homie. Even if they were jumping you, if they have, ran away and your life is no longer in imminent danger and you busing, that's going to be a problem.
Direction as Ford follows outside the frame toward the elevator. So he knew that you was the one who jacked him. John Doe 2 and others run outside the frame toward the elevator. Ford continues shooting as everyone is running away and shoots additional rounds in John Doe's 2 direction as Ford follows outside the frame toward the elevator. Then it keeps on going. You can see him chasing him with the gun. You only got 10 rounds, bro. That's a Cali magazine. I don't want a California magazine. Ford returns to where John Doe 1 is lying motionless on his back and fires another 2 rounds at John Doe 1 from a few feet away. John Doe 1 body, I can't really see it. I tried. John Doe 1's body jolts suddenly as 1 round appears to strike him before going motionless again. So you played dead, Ben 10. So as I had stated before, and a bunch of people have ridiculed and all this stuff and everything, the belief was that that boy was dead. I told y'all that man had stood over that boy and shot him, right? Because all that falling and y'all talking about, oh, he doing convulsions. I had so many fake doctors in my goddamn, my freaking inbox trying to say, yo, Seti Days, you don't know what you're talking about. He was having convulsions. He didn't stand over him. Now you can shut up, bro. For the most part on this story, I'm sticking to everything I said. Everything, including the parts of him dying, including the coma, including all of that shit. I'm sticking to it all. So I believe the person who told me what they told me because it makes the most sense. All the information that I got on this, I believe it to be true. Now, for those of you who are on Instagram going crazy and in your panties, let's understand this. The feds,
man, come on with that,
already knew all of this shit. When they talk about the code, right? The code of, let's look it up. The felon in possession of the firearm. The reason why I was so shocked at the damn, what's the name? At the freaking feds' knowledge of law is because it's the second charge that's going to fry Allstar Jr. The 18 USC 924A8, right? It's not really a separate charge. It's a penalty provision tied to 922G1. So if you violate 922G1, you can face up to 15 years in federal prison because it says even if the gun was picked up during a robbery and it was used in self-defense. That's why it's like, bro, he going to be cooked. They said you can't defend yourself even if a gun is there. You basically adiosed. So if you're a felon in possession of a firearm, bro, you done. You can't even defend yourself. I was under the belief that.
Yeah, he probably thought that, when your life is in imminent danger, then you can, if there's fire around, you can. No, that don't make no sense. That's why they handicap. They hamstring you like that. You once you go through the system, yeah, can't be around firearm. Yeah, that's just so you can be around firearm and they can jam your ass up and bring you right back. Y'all know this, man. He lies so much trying to be the first on everything. Yeah, I get it. Trust me, I do.
That's why they had an open carry to jam a nigga clean better up.
Exactly.
You could. That if somebody was beating on you and all that, and they put a gun up to you and all that stuff, that you literally can't. But that would have been a freaking ability to beat it in the state of Texas. See, if Allstar Jr. would have been smart, Allstar Jr. would have stayed in Texas, would have stayed on the scene, put his hands up, went under arrest, said nothing, let his lawyer do all the talking, let them review the footage, and that, I believe, would have basically not put that Fed on the damn on the case. I believe that Fed wouldn't have came had this fool never got on the internet and popped it, had he never basically said shit.
Well, shit, if he had a stayed.
Well, the Feds were coming anyway because he convicted felon, right?
Yeah, that's true. But
yeah,
if he had a stayed, now that's why I'm saying there's so much. There's so many moving pieces in this shit. Because it's like, if you were the victim, why didn't you just stay? But you turn this shit all the way around. You running people down. You standing over folks. You know what I'm saying? You basically on some Charles Bronson death wish type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you basically went from victim to James Bond in a matter of fact.
Exactly. And that ain't how it worked. And then you didn't stay. You hopped on a plane. What you do with the piece? What you do with that fire? Did you leave it? That's crazy. And went back to the D. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy to me, man. I'm not even gonna hold you. So either way, this ain't that, cause he went back after he initially left the scene. Golly. They probably would have sent them up and got away with it. You see where it's trending now. Shit, they finna get away with it again and again. You know what I'm saying? Only way I think that they can get roped back in this shit. See, Ben 10 is saying that the Prince family ain't had nothing to do with this, but Allstar Jr. don't care about James Prince Jr. This is his smoke originally. Okay, let's not forget that. And these are the feds. Allstar Jr. might do a little talking. I'm just saying. It's all shaping up for him to do a little talking. And if that happens, yeah, that may be the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak, Because they been want to look into these folks anyway. Let's go get this young dude and see how solid he is. Even though he don't like these folks anyway, is he one of them G-code cats that's just going to, you know what I'm saying, talk to my lawyer type shit? I don't think so. I think he got a bone to pick and he going to pick it. I think he going to crack. Just saying. Stan G, what's going on with you, homie? Salute to you, man. Yeah. I think bro gonna say something. And if he do, hey man, that open up a whole nother can of worms. Y'all already know what it is, man.
Had he never did that, Allstar Jr., in my opinion, would be free. But there's more to it. Ford paces around the floor for approximately 8 seconds as the female he was with attempts to interact with him. Ford then fires another round in John Doe 1's direction and exits the frame toward the elevators. You can see he bust on him. Bow. This is why he thought he was, already adios. You know what I'm saying? Approximately 20 seconds later, Ford returns to the frame, still holding the handgun. Ford points the handgun at John Doe 1, who appears to still be unconscious on the floor. Ford appears to attempt to fire another round at John Doe 1, but the handgun slide appears to be locked back, indicating it's out of ammunition. Ford then stands over John Doe 1 and strikes John Doe 1 in
my dog was popping. Zip money. What'd it do?
The face with the handgun. Upon doing so, the handgun falls into the floor behind Ford. Ford walks back, picks up the handgun, returns to John Doe 1, and appears to spit on him. Ford then exits the frame before returning briefly and exiting again toward the elevators. Another camera angle shows individuals running into the elevator during the shooting. Prior to the doors closing, John Doe 2 can be seen rushing into the elevator, collapsing inside as blood sprays from his leg. Shortly after the doors close, Ford can be seen walking into the frame, holding the handgun. Upon doing so, the handgun falls to the floor behind Ford. Ford walks back, picks up the handgun, returns to John Doe 1. Oh, they already set all this shit right here. Yeah, I don't know why they sent it to me like a bunch of times. Pardon me for this. Ford walks around briefly by the elevator before exiting the frame back toward the restaurant. A third camera angle shows Ford appear to wipe down the handgun before placing it on the shelf or counter behind what appears to be a hostess stand. So he left the gun there because he knew he wasn't supposed to have it. Ford ultimately fled the scene in a white Cadillac Escalade with an unknown license plate before police arrived. The FBI believes Ford to be back in the Detroit area of Michigan. Hospital staff advised officers that John Doe 2 had his right index finger amputated due to a gunshot wound and that they were working to repair destroyed arteries in one of John Doe 2's legs. John Doe 1, that's been 10, y'all, is being treated for multiple gunshot wounds. And as of April 15, 2026, John Doe 1 did not have sensation in his legs due to injuries sustained during the shooting. HPD later learned a third individual was shot during the shooting and left with a non-life-threatening wound to his buttocks, meaning he got shot in the ass. Based on a review of the video, the individuals appeared to have been a restaurant patron standing in the bar area who did not partake in the fight. Ah, damn. So you hit a random. Following the shooting, Ford, who is known as the rapper Allstar Jr., posted multiple videos on the social media page taunting John Doe 1 and others in the group he believes to have assaulted him. On or about April 15, 2026, Ford recorded and posted a music video referencing
Ben 10 ain't under arrest. Ben 10 ain't under arrest at all. I seen a picture of him in a wheelchair today. I don't know if it's authentic or AI. Yeah, but I did see a picture of him in a wheelchair today. Yeah, nah, he did not get arrested. They started the ish, and him defending himself only results in him getting charged. That's why I would think assault, attempt, robbery, but I don't know. I'm not no fed like said it. Lord Jesus. For real. Oh, man. Said he the police junior, too. It's left to be seen.
Shooting at the restaurant with lyrics included, shoot all right there in the, come on, bro. Shoot all right there in the restaurant. Now I'm 2-0. Ford also appears to reenact the shooting of John Doe 1 in the video. I reviewed Ford's criminal history and found multiple arrests and criminal charges, including a 2014 conviction for felony second-degree home invasion in Michigan, resulting in a sentence of 18 months imprisonment. Accordingly, Ford is prohibited from possessing a firearm in the United States. On April 16, 2026, a representative of Glock Incorporated executed an affidavit indicating that the Glock 43 9mm firearms are manufactured in Smyrna, Georgia, in Austria. The Glock 43 Ford possessed, therefore, necessarily traveled in interstate and foreign commerce before arriving in his possession, but they can't say that he actually owned it. Based upon information delineated above, I believe that probable cause exists for the insurance of a criminal complaint charging Ford with felony possession of a firearm in violation of 18 U.S.C. 922G1 and 924A8. Respectfully submitted, Joseph Gregory, Special Agent, Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Yes, they were the robbers. And Allstar Jr. gets arrested. That's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy. I think a lot of stuff gonna move around in this. You know, we was told that Ben 10 might be handcuffed to the bed, meaning when he gets well and able to move around, that his ass was going to lock up. Hey man, throwing up gang signs and some more shit. He ain't locked up. So that man ain't not getting a damn facial throwing up gang signs, man.
So with the previous post that Ben 10 had put up, because there are people who are pointing to the thing in the upper right corner, I want you guys to go back into the picture and look at the bottom part or at the yellow thing that Ben 10 has, and that's for circulation. That's for people to basically have the ability to have their legs still being stimulated because they don't have any feeling. See, people believe if you're paralyzed, it means permanently. That's not what that means. So I can tell who graduated 8th grade biology and who hasn't. Nobody's
right. And that's just sad. I know a girl that, you know what I'm saying, she got put in a wheelchair, made it up out the wheelchair. And I told this story on this channel before. I knew a girl that got put in a wheelchair, made it up out the wheelchair, only to get in a toxic relationship and our boyfriend pull up on her when she getting off work and stood over her, tried to take her home, man. Put her right back in that wheelchair, fam. Boy, that's some sad shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Put her right back in that wheelchair, man. Imagine that, bro.
Yeah, that's a cold game.
Yeah, you getting your faculties and extremities taken away from you, and then it comes back, and you're able to walk, you're able to dance again, and then all of a sudden, you deal with the wrong person, and they jealous-hearted ass come to your job while you getting off and just do you dirty in the parking lot. Yeah. Shout out to homegirls. I ain't gonna call her name, but she ended up going on to be Miss Wheelchair Alabama. Yeah, she's a very attractive young lady, man. And dude just had a sucker attack and tried to take her out of here, man. Yeah, but it happens. Just because you paralyzed don't mean you have to stay paralyzed. Now, there's some circumstances where you will stay paralyzed, but there's some where you can shake back. And I'm thinking this might be the circumstance with being 10. At least I'm hoping. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, don't nobody deserve that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had a surgery in 2017, and I'm going to get off of me, but I had a surgery in 2017 to when I woke up, I had no feeling of nothing below my waist. And they told me it was going to be that way. But when I came back to consciousness and couldn't feel nothing, boy, I shut my eyes so tight. I said, boy, let's go back to sleep. I said, shit, I don't want to wake up till I can feel my legs. And that's what happened. Thank the good Lord. That's what happened, man. But let him finish, bro.
Said he's permanently paralyzed. He can't feel his legs. That's paralyzed. I know y'all played Pokemon growing up. So there's that. Number 2, I'm standing on everything I said in the prior and the previous. So the coma part, yep. The died twice, yep. Standing on that until proven otherwise. Y'all got to prove it to me. I'm standing on everything I said. And his mom, 100%, was acting like her baby was going to die. If you go back, you look at the previous post. So there's that. Argue with your mama because I ain't arguing with you. You feel me? But the part of Allstar Jr. being screwed over, bro, and why I was kind of like going crazy about that shit is the felon in possession of a firearm, 18 USC 922 G1. That's the charge. The penalty statute that they're applying is 18 USC 924A8. And here's the craziest part about it. The gun was picked up during the robbery, and it was used as self-defense. This does not cancel out the 922 G1 charge if the person is a felon. See, the self-defense would matter in Texas. That's why the feds came and picked it up. The feds had proper reason to go ahead and say, hey, bruh, that's basically going to be a, what is that called? Interstate commerce, right? So what turns out to be that is basically the Fed saying we just have to prove possession in situations. But here's the funnier, crazier part, right? And I'm gonna have y'all go crazy with this one. I think that's Ben 10's gun. What you mean, Nash? I think that's Ben 10's gun. I don't think that that's Allstar Jr. gun. See, I wonder if you can skate around the felon in possession of shit. Now, they did say doesn't matter if it falls on the ground. But this right here, that's a Glock.
Damn.
Y'all tell me if I'm tripping. That's the Glock that they're talking about right there.
So listen, Paula said, wow, he throwing shots at AK. Man, he been throwing shots at AK and academics all day today on Instagram. That nigga been beating his chest like a damn silverback, man. Talking about he was right. Man, come on now. But yeah. Said wait, interstate commerce.
You don't believe it.
Yeah. Interstate commerce, what they
he said realize, they got stand your ground law, but they coming back if you were convicted selling he ain't supposed to be running no car, you pick the car, you in possession, fam, the Fed coming.
I don't know nothing you just said.
I said
I heard the feds coming.
No, he right about, all the stand your ground law, certain states, Florida, Texas, places like that. But, man, once you pick that gun up, you're in possession. Man, the Fed's coming if you're a convicted felon.
Right. I agree to that. Oh, man, that shit crazy. Probably, both of them niggas, hey, man, listen, we're going to call a baller, a striker, strike. Both of these niggas, bro, for real. They've been going back and forth, and I'm just like, damn. Yeah. He been popping it today.
Now, you can say, hey, man, the Glock, whatever the hell, the Glock 43X and the Glock 43, the difference in both of them, right? You can see the difference in both of them, right? All right, cool. I'm merely saying, bruh, that might be that boy's gun, but it ain't even gonna matter because they're saying, bruh, it doesn't basically matter because he shouldn't have never had it, which is insane to me because, bruh, you mean to tell me, and this is what got Brick Baby fried too, You mean to freaking tell me that if I'm getting beat up by people with guns and I manage to get the gun and I fire it in self-defense, I still don't have a self-defense? Bro, if y'all can avoid felonies, all future gangbangers, gangsters, and all that shit, it ain't worth it, bro. It's not worth it. It ain't worth none of that shit, man. Hell nah. But y'all, let me know y'all thoughts on this. So subscribe, turn on bells to notify, share to keep your people aware.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Steady Nash. He been working hard tonight. He been working hard. Yeah, man. Hey, I wanted to ask y'all about this because I seen this. Hold on. He has no true sources for anything, and he's been exposed. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, I get it. He got a lot of enemies. But tell me y'all heard about this, because this shit here, I seen this on IG today, and I was just like, what the hell is going on?
Response come thanks to all our responding agencies, everybody from the Sheriff's Office, the St. George, State Police, and even FBI came to help to respond to this. We got here very quickly, secured the scene, no more active shooting going on. We started treating victims until EMS got here. EMS got here very quickly and were able to transport victims away from the scene within minutes. What we found out looking through surveillance videos, it looks like it was kind of a targeted, two groups of people got into an argument inside the food court and started shooting at each other. Unfortunately, there were some innocent people that were in the area that might have also caused some rounds. Right now, we have 10 victims at local area hospitals, some transported by EMS and some arriving by private vehicle. Definitely, our hearts and prayers go out to all the victims involved in this, various level of injuries, and we're going to keep giving y'all updates as we get them.
How many critical issues?
Right now, we don't know. We have, at least a couple of them that are in trauma going through surgery. So we don't have an exact number right now. We'll give you those numbers as soon as they become available.
Parking lot's still full of vehicles. Are you still working to get customers, people who were in the mall at the time, out of the mall?
Yeah. So as we get some resources kind of freed up, we're still, going through the mall, making sure we don't have people that lock down and hide and make sure that they're safe and okay. And we're going to start trying to just evacuate the whole area. We had a big crime scene set up in case suspects were on feet in the area, looking at canals. We got helicopter, drones, all those kind of resources. So we had everything locked down, not wanting anybody to leave, but we're going to start opening that up as soon as we can.
Are you guys?
So evidently they had a shooting at the Mall of Louisiana, and it's like 10 people injured, and I think it's like 2 or 3 people in critical. Yeah, this shit is crazy.
How many weapons were used? You said shooting at each other.
Yeah, we don't know right now. We're looking through all the surveillance video and coming through crime scenes processing, looking at shell casings that were on the scene. Anybody that has any help, please plead out to the community right now. If you know anything, please call Crime Stoppers. You can remain anonymous, 344-STOP. If you have any information that you can give us.
Do you believe there's any threat to the public at all?
No, right now, there is no known threat to the public. Right here is the safest place in Baton Rouge, in this area. But as we start developing suspects, we're going to run down every single lead that we can to get these people in custody. But it does not appear to be just a random act of violence, but a very targeted kind of disagreement between two groups of people.
How many people in those two groups?
Right now, I don't want to kind of release that information because it's really preliminary.
Do we know the age ranges of the victims at all?
No, not right now.
Waking up seeing this or looking at this during the lunch hour and just kind of really worried about what might be going on with Baton Rouge?
Yeah, so first thing is just keep these victims in your prayers, right? Second thing, just know that Baton Rouge Police Department and all these agencies out of here, EMS, Fire Department, everybody that responded, we are trained for this, right? Unfortunately, it's one of the part of the jobs that we train regularly.
I hope you is trained for it, shit. Motherfucker, Pizza Hut don't have to tell me that we know how to make pizzas. I'm pretty sure you do. Anyway, let me ask y'all a question, man. Who goes to the mall? Like, on some real shit, man.
White folk, niggas don't go to the mall, they go to them and there.
I stopped going to the mall right before COVID. so many shootings happen at the mall, man. I don't even like to go to Walmart. If I'm gonna tell you the truth, I don't even like to go to Walmart. Memphis native, what's going on, man? Only time you'll catch me in the mall is if I won a raffle or I'm going to pick up some shoes or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to no damn mall. Shit, everything and everything I got, you know what I'm saying, come off the internet. I'm not gonna hold you. Not gonna hold you. Would I like to go to the mall? Yeah, but shit, it don't be shit at the mall. No, we got a few. We got, I say, 2 decent malls, you know. But mall going and that shit don't happen too much no more, you know.
Not at our age, no.
And not period, man. These damn malls is a ghost town. I remember when old folks used to go to the mall and walk around the mall. You had young folks in the Foot Lockers and in the Champs and in the New Era stores, Lids. You know what I'm saying? You had the grease balls buying, you know what I'm saying, Geneva watches out the middle of the mall, you know. It was a whole, you know, vibe. But now ain't nobody in the mall no more. Niggas stop going to the mall. You can get the shit to your door. Amazon and Walmart Plus then righteously gutted that whole operation. So it ain't really no need to go to the mall. That's why I'm tripping off what they got going on here at the Mall of Louisiana. In Baton Rouge, too. Salute to them, man.
Responding to an active shooter scene like this, you know, hats on to all the law enforcement that came, stabled everybody, EMS that got here and quickly transported the victims to get the care they needed at the local area hospitals, and that we are going to control this. Mayor?
Like I say, number one, you know, first and foremost, prayers for the victims and their families, you know, above all else. I want to thank our public safety officials, all the law enforcement people out here. This is proof of how good they are and the response they had and what they're doing. And to the thugs who did this, we're going to catch you. Okay, we're not going to have this in Baton Rouge. It's not going to happen. And I have complete confidence in our law enforcement partners that we're going to go out and
I think say, to the thugs that did this, we're going to catch you. We're not going to have this in Baton Rouge. Home of Fredo Bang and NBA Youngboy and Kevin Gates and all these other damn shooters like goddamn. What's the boy locked up that rock with Fredo? I forget his name. They locked him up in Miami, and it was on the tip of my tongue too. Lit Yoshi. That goddamn Lit Yoshi. I mean, so we not gonna have this in Baton Rouge. Which part? The north side or the south side? That's crazy.
grab these guys and get them off the street. Thank you.
Mayor, if we may, look, we just had a major domestic mass shooting in the Shreveport, made national news. Now we're looking at this. People that are scared, what do you say to them today?
Well, I think people at the end of the day have the right to be concerned, about it. And sometimes the devil lives everywhere. And this is one of those situations, no matter how much law enforcement you got or social programs or whatever, if someone gets in their mind that they're going to do something like this, they're going to do it. And that's sometimes all we can do is respond. I just want the public to know that we got the finest, whether it's medical, law enforcement, all our agencies are the finest in the country to respond to these things.
No, that's it. Let me add one thing, please. Definitely thank you to all our agencies that are here offering all the resources that we need. Second thing, anybody in the community that has videos, cell phones are everywhere. So if you have cell phone video that you might be thinking interest, please reach out to us. We have links that we can send you where you can send us those cell phone videos anonymously, and you can remain anonymous, give us those cell phone videos. Thank y'all very much, and we'll update y'all again as soon as we get more information.
Thank y'all.
All right, you heard it there from those officials in Baton Rouge. As an update on a reported active shooting that occurred there at the Mall of Louisiana. Those officials, again, confirming that at this time, also saying that at least 10 people were hurt in this situation. I do want to put this up on the screen. It's a tweet that we have from the Attorney General there in the state saying this. I've spoken to the district attorney, Hillary Moore, who is actively monitoring that situation involving a weapon or weapons being discharged in the food court at the Mall of Louisiana. Multiple law enforcement agencies are responding. Please avoid the area. More details will be available soon. And of course, that was brought to us there by WAFB. We do want to thank them for some of their coverage of the scene as well. We also were able to get in a tweet that gave us an update from the governor of Louisiana there as well. Jeff Landry saying, I'm aware of the active shooter scene at the Mall of Louisiana. I'm in coordination with law enforcement and we will update me as soon as we know more. Please avoid the area. Sharon and I are praying for those affected and are grateful for a quick response by our law enforcement officials. And again, this is the latest information that we have there from some of those officials here on Live Now from Fox, with the Baton Rouge Police Department confirming that at least 10 people have been hurt, including 2 people in critical condition following that shooting that happened there near the food court of the Mall of Louisiana. Again, the most important picture and maybe the most important update there is that there is not a current danger to the community at large or those inside of the mall, saying it was a disagreement between 2 different groups, but again, leaving at least 10 people hurt at this time. So we wanted to give you that update here on Live.
Yeah, them food courts, man, listen, them food courts nasty as hell, boy. I don't get nothing out of that. I'm talking about for real, especially every city in the South got one of them, you walk from one end of the mall to the other end of the mall type shit. Yeah, don't never get nothing out the food court now. Hell no. Now you go to the Galleria and get your little something. You know what I'm saying? You got places like Chick-fil-A and the damn place to be selling the big ass cookies and stuff, but man, hell no. Not in Western Hill Mall on the western side of Birmingham, you know what I'm saying? You go in there. Oh Lord. I don't know what the hell they be selling in there. Them motherfuckers sell everything under one roof. Funnel cake, ice cream, chili dogs, fried fish. Hell no, I'm not buying nothing out of that. Matter of fact, my homie ended up getting stretched out at the food court probably about 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. That shit crazy. Yeah, man, give me a real food court. You got some damn Palestinians back here cooking fried fish and, you know what I'm saying, fried Twinkies and you name it, they gonna fry it. Oreo.
Fried Oreo.
There you go. Yeah, man.
But that's how I first heard about the fried Oreo, fried Twinkie. I'm like, man, what the fuck do we have here?
Yeah, I ain't lying. That's that Dallas shit right there. Fried Oreos and shit. I ain't never had that. No.
Fried Twinkie neither?
Hell no. Fried turkey? What you say? Twinkies? Hell no.
Man.
Hell no. I ain't never had no fried Twinkies. Shit no. You know what I'm saying? I be cool on some, you know what I'm saying? Like every now and again, and it's gonna be around the holiday season, you get your little pecan pie or some shit or red velvet, you know? Yeah, I'm not fucking with that shit, bro. No, nigga have enough problems going on in the world to be just eating raw dog sweets and shit. You know what I'm saying? Leave that shit alone, bro. Hell no. No, we at the age now where we gotta, you know, how they be on Facebook. If you could only have one, you know what I'm saying? You got 4. Now, who would be eliminated? That type shit. That's how you have to make decisions when you get our age, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm beginning to tone it down a lot, I'm beginning to tone it down a lot, brother.
You got to, shit. You be around to be like Uncle Phil on Fresh Prince with for real. When they visited him at the hospital and shit. Here, I'm gonna send you something to your email about the UK big UKs I seen this morning. Okay, let's go. So we definitely check it out, man. eBay, that's what I'm talking about. And they using the same grease to cook everything. That is Black Barbie. You ain't lying.
I used to love that drunken chicken though, boy. Ooh.
Yeah, that shit. I ain't had none of that in a long time. But that drunken chicken, yeah.
I love that shit though, boy. That shit there get you there with the child support people eating up to that shit.
They get you a debt with the child support people. Hell no. What y'all doing with them drunken chicken, bro?
Hey man. Man, eat enough of the motherfuckers. It start looking good too.
That way you smoke the chicken, stick the damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a minute. So I know you heard a guy named. Yeah, I seen that. Molly Mom. Is he finna crack on Big U? Damn.
I know they finna make Brick Baby tell on Big U. It's coming.
Yeah. That shit wild.
Free Brick draw though.
The Hawks went up 2-1 on the Knicks. Let's go. Go. Yeah, man. This shit crazy. Man, listen, y'all. We're gonna pop back out tomorrow, man. I ain't even want to tell y'all, but the whole time I'm running content, I got a killer headache. I wouldn't bullshit you. And it all come from this goddamn thumbnail right here. I put this, I'm like, yeah, we gonna run this content. Boy. I said, boy, they gonna, I'm gonna kill them with this one. This whole will not upload for nothing. Nothing. I dropped the link for you, home. You know your boy just left. Maybe he'll come back. Yeah, I tried to upload my thumbnail. That shit threw me all the way out. Gave me a killer headache too. Man, I appreciate you, ZK. Yeah, I need to. I ain't lying. This shit here. It got me feeling some type of way right now. I ain't gonna lie. Oh boy. Sent him at a kid and said, drop the link. Cyber, where you went, bruh? But yeah, this was our thumbnail that I couldn't get up. So now we got a, regular thumbnail with the squad logo on it. So, and listen, I wanted to let y'all know that come Monday at 6 p.m. and I'll refresh y'all on it. Monday at 6 p.m. I will be on Hankin TV, pulling up on Hankin, man. So all the hit squad that rock with me, y'all pull up, man. Show some love to Hankin, and yeah, I guess we're gonna do an interview type sort. You know what I'm saying? And we'll just rock out like that. Shout out to my dude Hankin TV, man. I always been solid. I always did square business. So you know what I'm saying? That's what we rocking out with, man. Yeah. I don't guess Ken won't come up, man, but that's cool. Shout out to Cinematic Ken. Man, I'm finna go grab me something to eat, and I know I shouldn't be eating this late, but shit, gotta do what I gotta do. And we're gonna I have to look it up. Yeah, Hankin TV, man. Yeah. I'm gonna grab something to eat and take me some medicine or something, bro. This is your boy, the Alabama Hitter, and until the next time we decide to spin, I'm in the win. Salute to the hitters, man.
Yeah, shit, homie. Back in that bed. Yeah, this shit. Finna murder that bitch. Come on with it. Got a dojo in it, feel like Cobra Kai. With them bricks, karate chop. I just broke it down and recompressed, now it's a lot. Now he hot, dummy blocks. She been eating Molly, popping Zans and smoking loud. She got live, and she forgot. Bitch, I'm from Montgomery, we do numbers on the south. It's going down, fuck you talking about. They say who that thought you knew that I'm that nigga, bang 'em Jay. Floating through the city, getting it crumb and making major pay. If you ain't about making money, get what dog, we can't relate. I don't fuck with niggas like you, please just stay up out my way. Okay, I can make it double 24 to 48. Ain't no drop, it's a drought. They gon' buy this shit all day. Pocket rocket on my waist. Yeah, Lil Nina, that's my bae. She gon' show up by Lil Bang. Niggas know that girl don't play. Okay, me and you ain't equals. No, we not the same. I'm just so.
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to respond to that question. All right, shit. Drinking cranberry juice is not to be. It's not to be cute trying to fight diabetes and help the kidneys. Yeah, man. I didn't know you was a diabetic. I didn't know that, bro. Hey, pick and choose wisely, bro. That's all I can say. Pick and choose wisely. Yeah, man. They told me that I was like pre. I said, hell no. We gonna get it together. We gonna get it together, man. Each one teach one, man. Let's do it one more time, man. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Much love to the squad, man. We'll be outside tomorrow. Y'all already know what it is, fam.
Yeah, shit, homie. Back in that bed. Yeah, this shit. Finna murder that bitch. Come on with it. Got a dojo in it, feel like Cobra Kai. With them bricks, karate chop. I just broke it down and recompressed, now it's a lot. Now he hot, dummy blocks. She been eating Molly, popping Zans and smoking loud. She got live, and she forgot. Bitch, I'm from Montgomery, we do numbers on the south. It's going down, fuck you talking about. They say who that thought you knew that I'm that nigga, bang 'em Jay. Floating through the city, getting it crumb and making major pay. If you ain't about making money, get what dog, we can't relate. I don't fuck with niggas like you, please just stay up out my way. Okay, I can make it double 24 to 48. Ain't no drop, it's a drought. They gon' buy this shit all day. Pocket rocket on my waist. Yeah, Lil Nina, that's my bae. She gon' show up by Lil Bang. Niggas know that girl don't play. Okay, me and you ain't equals. No, we not the same. I'm just soaking up these blessings. Thank the man, I can't complain. Nigga finally see the picture. I just got a bigger frame, and I'm still going in. Yeah, you niggas know the name. Got a dojo in it, feel like Cobra Kai. With them bricks, karate chop. I just broke it down and recompressed, now it's a lot. Now he hot, dummy blocks. She been eating Molly, popping Zans and smoking loud. She got live, and she forgot. Bitch, I'm from Montgomery, we do numbers on the south. It's going down, fuck you talking about. Hey, bitch, I just love Pluto, bought the spaceship across the field. Came back with some triple stacks, said I pack, we geek for real. She say, bang, bang, where you at? I told her, meet me cross the hill. Gon' look up popping pills on some video, shit for real. Jun gon' crank up the grill. Told your mail, pull out the speakers. Party every weekend, give a fuck about them peoples. Dip out for a minute, damn, they need me in the kitchen. Bitch, I'm something like a chemist. I'm a young Josephus. Late night now, I'm lurking, nigga, where the skuggies at? Yeah, I'm kicking, that's a fact. Say she sober, hold on, hunger, he'll just take a piece of that. Got her twisted to the max. Now the bitch won't shut up talking. Bet you didn't know that your baby mama love this fucking dojo in it, feel like Cobra Kai. With them bricks, karate chop. I just broke it down and recompressed, now it's a lot. Now he hot, dummy blocks. She been eating Molly, popping Zans and smoking loud. She got live, and she forgot.